what's up with you? Locking low, cocking back sticks with an orange chicken. Keep the truth alive, it's obvious, that's the main mission. Stink team, you know we got the bag, you see our trains glowing. Put my bulldogs on the nigga, he don't stay focused. Draco no love when I'm sliding, hear the bass pounding. Never had to fake it, you know you see it, bitch, these real diamonds. We getting money, in other words, it's no fools by me. Neck breakdancing, cold demon, bitch, I'm too icy. Praying out to Jesus when I slapped him, had to baptize him. Flatline him, exclusive ice on, it's from Rami. You's a snitch and a bitch, why the fuck you trying to rap? What happened to little Johnny, I don't know, it doesn't matter. Tell the blogs, eat a dick, I'm eating good, living lavish. Big dog, walk up on the nigga, hey, what's up with you? Locking low, cocking back sticks with an orange chicken. I can breaker chop, where you get it, bitch, the bully market. Put my paws on the nigga with this bulldog like we dog fight. Quick to put a bully nigga on the menu, this the bully market. Bulldogs, put my dogs on them, I don't do violence. It's a bully breaker chop, where you get it, bitch, the bully market. Check. With this bulldog
what's
like
good, what's good?
Nigga on the menu, this the bully market. Bulldogs, put my dogs on them, I don't do violence. It's a bully breaker.
Hey.
Chop where you get it, Mr. Bully.
Hey. Boy.
Bully record chop where you get it, Mr. Bully Market.
When you got your own theme music,
Bully Market, Chrome Hearted, I won't feel bad.
When you got your own theme music, you already know it's serious. When you know you got your own coin on the market, I'm talking about, man, we're going to get into all of that, man. I'm not going to give it all up. We're going to get into all of that, man. But we're about to get into it with a legend, Mr. Robert Lee. How are you doing today, sir?
Man, I'm doing fantastic, brother. Thanks for having me on, man. Appreciate it.
Hey, man, thanks for being on, man. I really appreciate it, man. Where do we start, man? I guess we start in the beginning. Like, what intrigued you to deal with dogs in the first place? Was it, father, mother, uncles were into pit bulls? This is the normal story for people that have that's an American bully game right now. I've had a couple of people that said, "Oh, nah, I started with Pomeranians," or something else that threw me off. But how did you get it started?
Yeah, for me, similar with the first thing you mentioned. I never had any family that was breeders or anything, but when I moved out, I was 17 and I got a dog, and my dog was a pit bull. And, I enjoyed everything that my pit could do. She could climb up walls. She was running around doing like crazy tricks. And, when you got one dog, like you take that dog to really do everything. And she was a cool ass dog. And then I found another dog just like her, like a stray, basically. Someone dumped her, and they looked real similar, and they would play a lot and just do little, I would call it pig battles, but they would just, snort and wrestle. And I just loved watching that shit. I just had two dogs. I was a pet, and my friends would come over. I was like, yeah, I'm going to breed pits one day, bro. And at the time, like I said, I was 17. So I was like, actually, no, by then, by the time I found the second dog, and then I decided I wanted to breed, I was more closer to 20 years old. And, but I lived in an apartment, and, so that was just kind of like something that I put out into the universe. Every now and then I'd see like my people, they'd be like, so you breeding pits yet, bro? I'm like, nah, not yet. Like kind of like when kind of like calling me out for like, yo, you said you were going to breed pits one day. Are you breeding yet? They knew I wasn't breeding. But then I started looking into dogs, man. I finally got a house, and I was like, all right, I think I want to get some dogs. And I was, I didn't know anybody in the bully community, so I was just looking Google for some blue nose pits. Like blue nose was what was popping back then. Right. That was what everybody was talking about, at least if you didn't know shit about dogs. You know what I mean? And
Everybody
I
wanted
didn't
the
really,
Blue Nose Pit. Rappers were talking about it. Everybody was talking about him.
yeah, man, so I was looking them up, and I came across a website called Muggleston's Pitbull Farm, and they had a bunch of big ass dogs, 100+ pounds, big, 20 something whatever inch heads, and they look monstrous. I was like, damn, these are crazy. I was really looking at getting a dog off of Muggleston, and I thought, well, they're number one on Google search. They must be one of the best. And so I ended up going to a friend's house shortly after, um, who was local in the neighborhood, and he had a blue pit. And all of a sudden, one day, I showed up to his place, and this dude had like 20 dogs in his backyard, all like loose, and they were all just chilling, some were laying down, some were playing with each other. There was a couple that were sitting in buckets of water. And I was just like, it looked like an exhibit that you would see at a zoo. I was like, bro, what is this? Because I used to go to his house and there would only be one dog. It was a blue dog, and it was like a bullier style pit. I was like, what is this, dude? Like, he's like, they're bullies. I was like, bullies? He's like, yeah, like bully pits. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, man, I was looking at some pits. Like, I was gonna get this dog off this website right here, and I show him. He's like, nah, let me hook you up with my homie. And I was like, okay, And so we arranged a meeting, and I came back, and his homie came into the house, and lo and behold, this dude walks in. I'm like, oh, what's up, man? Big Rich, the guy, he was a security guard at my high school.
Mm.
I didn't like that dude because if I wanted to ditch school, he was going to be the one that was catch me up and get me in trouble.
Right,
I was
right.
like, oh, okay, But then, he really, Big Rich was like my first mentor. And he really kind of took me under his wing and really put a lot of game on me and how to raise dogs. He had a game dog background, so he really instilled a lot of sound fundamentals of raising dogs and breeding, and putting an emphasis on health and conformation. I probably attribute a lot of that stuck with me, that goes back to Rich. Um and so I linked up with him. He started hooking me up with some dogs, pointing me in the right direction, and I had a couple dogs, and he was really tied in. He would show dogs. He was also a judge, and so he knew a lot about the bloodlines back before Bullypedia was existing. He was working on a site called Pedigree, not Pedigree, Pedigree, which was an online database pedigree for pit bulls. Because back then we still called them pits. You know what I mean? But they called them, bully pits. And so he was working on Pedigree, but Big Rich used to have clipboards with just pedigrees on them. So he knew all sorts of pedigrees, and he was putting me on different lines, and I got a couple dogs, and I was like, Big Rich, I like these dogs. I appreciate you turning me on to these dogs. I got the vibe that he was like, trying to get me some good dogs for some good deals, which he did. And but I was like, yo, I like these dogs. They're dope, and I appreciate you lining me up with them. But if money was not an issue, what dog would you buy? And he sat there and he thought about it for about 5 seconds. He was like, I would get homie, just like that. I would get homie. And I knew that shit meant something because he actually had homie's littermate brother, Louie. And at the time, homie was not yet showing, but Louie was showing, and Louie was killing it in the ring. There was only 2 dogs that came off of that litter. It was from Thing, bred to Trendy, and Trendy was the littermate sister of Santana's Mr. Heartbreaker. And I knew when he said that he would get homie that really meant something because he had homie's brother, and homie, you know, he told me straight up, homie is he's the nicer brother, you know. So from there, I ended up making a deal with the guys that had homie. You know, I already had some females, and yeah, man, once I got homie, they pulled homie off that truck. They pulled him out, and they started, he walked him back and forth. I was like, oh yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for. That's it right there. You know what I mean? And you know, I hit a couple shows, started, you know, showing myself, because at first I was letting Rich, you know, handle for me.
That was
But
probably like a dream come true for him, wasn't it?
man, it was like, you know, he really was a major mentor for me. You know, anytime I had whelping questions, you know, we would talk for hours just about breeding and strategies and pedigrees and gene pools. And he was, you know, he was there for me a lot. And then, you know, once I got homie, I really kind of just got bit by the bully bug, so to speak, and just, you know, hit the ground running and started, you know, showing a lot, and doing a lot more breeding. So that's kind of like the beginning.
I'm trying to find a picture. He was a try
Homie was a brindle.
Brindle. Trying to
Yeah,
find.
he was a brindle, kind of like his dad Thing.
Think I found them. Hold up. Let me come back to you.
On my personal page, if you go to the albums, there will be some. There should be an album that says "Homie."
Is that him?
Yeah, that's him. Yeah. You know, so and like I said, at the time when I first got into the dogs, I was like looking at the big monster 100+ pound, you know, blue nose pits and the monsters, you know. So, and homie was a bigger dog, and so he was, you know, everything I wanted. And then as time progressed, you know, I started to favor the more compact and pocket pit is what they used to call it, pocket pit.
So how did you transition? What vision, what did you see or hear to make you transition from the big hulkish dogs to the more small compact dogs, which you've carried along, and you're one of the leaders of that style of dog when it comes to the history of our American bullies. But you definitely probably the lead when it comes to carrying the torch for those style of dogs. But what transitioned you from the bigger style of dogs, American bully pits, to the more compact American bullies?
Yeah, so the same guys that I bought homie from, they had produced one litter with homie before I acquired him,
Mm-hmm.
and they bred homie, bred back to his mom's littermate sister. So his mom was Trendy, and like I said, Trendy was the littermate to Mr. Heartbreaker.
Right.
And you know, the black dog, real heavy bone. Like at the time, Heartbreaker was truly in a league of his own, you know. And so homie was bred back to his aunt, the litter mate to his mom. And that produced a litter full of dogs that was predominantly larger dogs, including a couple 100+ pound females. One ended up going to one that was named Bobby Joe. She ended up going to Clint Arthur out there in Florida, and he was doing the X and Bonnie, and he ended up using her for Brahma bulls. But I spoke to him on a couple occasions, and he was like, "Dude, like this female is absolutely insane. Like she's legitimately 100 and something pounds, and was just raving about her." Meanwhile, Lock and Load was basically the runt in that litter. And the only way that he was a runt was just that he was smaller than the rest. As far as the width in his rib cage, he was big dog wide rib cage. Shoulder to shoulder, he had big dog shoulders. Bone, double bred on that Nemesis Black China, he had real good bone. Elbows, not pointed out, not like that short in the upper arm, loose elbows, nice right underneath him elbows, good tight feet, compact. He had a similar look in Homie, as his head type, not quite as blocky, but basically he was a miniature Homie. And I was like, damn, I was still building up my yard and like getting the foundation set for how I was going to build. And I was like, dude, I like that. Like, at first I was like, yeah, Homie is what I want. But then I seen Lock and Load and I was like, yeah, that's a miniature version. I like that. And I was like, I got to have that dog. I didn't breed Lock and Load. So I ended up making the deal with them for Lock and Load. And I had already done a little bit of breeding with Homie and was getting some good results. And I produced some multiple champions and a lot of dogs that I liked. The real turning point for me, because even when I acquired Lock and Load, one thing that Big Rich would tell me was like, you want to build a family of dogs that withstands the test of time. And so health and conformationally sound dogs. But the key was, the family of dogs. And I was like, well, this son of Homie is like super dope, and I was like, Homie was already doing good things for me. And it was like, this is the blood I'm going to work with. So I was like, I got to have the son. I don't want there to be, I don't want this caliber of son just to be off somewhere else and not with me, because this is the family of dogs that I'm going to be breeding to start my foundation with, And, but even as time was going, I was still dabbling with some standards. The turning point for me was 2012. Beastro was about a year old, and we decided that we were going to go on a tour, a bully tour. And I don't know what made me think of this, but I was like, well, Homie won at Nationals, best champion. He lost the best of breed to Clydesdale. Clydesdale went on to win the whole thing. Beastro got best pocket. And so we did really well. And I was like, really feeling the momentum. I had just moved back down to SoCal, and I was like, fuck, let's really keep the momentum going here. And I looked, and there was this string of shows. And we came up with this idea where we were going to hit 5 consecutive weeks of shows. And it was Texas, South Carolina, Florida, Georgia. And actually that was the initial, those 4, that was the original plan. And we were, leaving in a car. We were going to drive cross country. I brought Homie. I brought a Homie daughter. I brought my buddy had a dog named Droid that was a little bit bigger, and I brought Beastro. And so we had a truckload of dogs, and we were driving cross country. And like I said, this was a not go to Texas and then come home. No, it was go to Texas and then we go to South Carolina. Then from South Carolina, we go down to Florida. And then from Florida, we go to Georgia. And then we were supposed to go home. That first leg of the trip, homie won a best of breed under Marco Suarez. Beastro was being a knucklehead. He was not performing. He didn't do very well that show. My bitch, the homie daughter, she also won. Now, just Cali to Texas, that's a good trip.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice trip. My bitch off a homie, she was probably close to 90 pounds. And my friend's truck was a lifted truck. It had a cab, so the dogs were protected. But every time we're stopping, I'm like, I'm lifting these fools up and out. Actually, they could jump down, but they couldn't really jump up, so I would pick them up and put them up there. Meanwhile, you know, Beastro, he would just hop in the passenger seat and sit down at the floor. And as we're traveling, by the time I got to South Carolina, Florida, and we were getting towards the back end of the trip, I was like, man, you know, that's a lot of driving. My back is a little stiff. Like, dang, picking up this big ass dog, putting him in the thing, like, it's so much easier for Beastro to just fit right there. And I was like, man, these pockets are just so much more practical. So much more practical. And from there, I really started focusing more on the pockets. And it didn't hurt that was like Beastro's, you know, that was where he really started to fire off. He started that year, like I said, in Texas, he didn't do nothing. But in the following show in South Carolina, it was a double show. He became a champion. So did the homie female. Homie was already a champion. So by the time we went to Florida, homie and Beastro were, homie had become a grand champion. So by the time we went to Florida, homie and Beastro, they were competing against each other for best of breed in both shows. You know, I had to have Jerry Presley handle homie, and then I handled Beastro. Beastro picked up 2 best of breeds there. And
shout out to Jerry Presley, OG handler. I'm talking about old Jizzle. I'm talking about take your dog from not knowing it, handling it. Mr.
Yeah.
Jerry.
Nah, Jerry did good. He also, you know, helped me out on that trip. Really, like, you know, helped me save money because being gone for a whole month, like, imagine just staying in hotels every single time.
Mm.
It was a big help to have Jerry kind of let me rock the spot as a home base after the show, so we could easily travel to Florida and then get back up to Georgia. Georgia, that shit was the fucking ice bowl. My knees still hurt from that show, bro. Like, it was the coldest show I ever been to.
Yeah, you from SoCal, so it's like all of this is like foreign to you.
I mean, it was foreign to me, but straight up, everybody in that motherfucker was cold. Like, okay. I don't know if the comments are on, but anybody that remembers that show can attest to the fact that was a cold ass show in February of it was probably February or March of 2012.
Of course, that's an East Coast winter time. That's East Coast winter time,
yeah, man. Well, I wasn't quite prepared for that. But Beastro and so he ended the leg, you know, it's supposed to be the end of the trip, and Beastro had 3 champion wins, and then everyone's like, or Jerry specifically was like, bro, there's a 4 show in next week in South Carolina. You might as well try and just go finish right now before you go back home. I was like, man, I've already been gone for like 5 weeks away from home. But we went up there and, sure enough, Beastro picked up those 2 wins. And Beastro left on that trip a regular class dog, just Beastro, and then arrived back to California, grand champion Beastro. And
5 weeks.
Yeah, in 5 weeks. And, back then the shows were a little more spread out. There wasn't 5, 6, 7 shows in one weekend. And the competition was, everyone really showed up to these motherfuckers back then. There was not all these different registries. So when we met up, we met up like this is where we were all at. And so it was a big thing, to take him back and be a grand champion after that. And then it was like, all right, well, shit, let's just keep pushing this shit. He's on fire, Got back to Cali, and then he won a best of breed there. So then I started like learning about the rankings and top dog, and I was like, fuck, let's just run this shit. Let's see what happens.
And what year was this? 2012, 2013?
Yeah, that was 2012. My first year, really like campaigning a dog, and I made some critical mistakes looking back, that I definitely learned from. A lot of people were like, yo, you had a hell of a run with Beastro, man. You should probably give him his flowers and just retire him, And I was like, nah, job's not finished. Like we've got work to do. Like I knew that he could be number 1. He did win Nationals grand champion that year, but we came up short in Nationals for the best of breed to Shifu, and we came up short on the number 1 rank to Big Papa. And I was like, nah, we ain't going out like that.
So that's 2013, 2014.
2012, that was what it was. 2013, I approached it with a little bit different, more seasoned strategy, and we pulled a dog with Beastro. He was a handful of wins away from pulling it off the prior year. So he was number 2 in 2012 in the Nationals grand champion winner. And then in 2013, he was the number 1 dog. We went ahead and we still do really well. We ran it back in 2014 and got number 1 back to back with Joe.
You're breaking up a little bit,
by
brother.
the end, huh?
You're breaking up a little bit.
All right, let me see. How we doing now?
You're good. You're good. You said
Okay.
so by the end of 2013?
Yeah, by the end of 2014,
14.
Beastro's final, year campaigning, he had a son that was 10 months old, 11 months old, and starting to like defeat him in the ring. So I was like, all right, we'll go ahead and retire Beastro now, even though I could have kept going with him. I felt like, you know what, the predecessor is here, the successor, the heir to the throne is here. And we went ahead and we did a season with his son Bus, and he got a number 1 rank in 2015. So, but in that stretch of years that we really showed, Beastro secured a number 2, a number 1, a number 1, and then Beastro's son secured a number 1. And then from there, I was just like, I was tired, bro. I was like, man, like we've done so much showing. I put so much money into showing and into marketing. I just want to focus on some other stuff right now. I got some other goals that I want to tackle. And so we pretty much just retired from there. In 2017, I decided for one show to come out of retirement, and we brought
Oh
Bus.
my goodness, man.
Yeah, yeah. You know,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not being rude, everybody. He knows I'm not being rude right now. This is crazy because if anybody knows this story, if anybody knows he brought a dog straight off the couch, well, his straight off the couch because his dogs aren't, just lazy dogs. His dogs are active, but his off the couch, not, work dog for an actual show run. But yo, I'm gonna let you get into it, but this is funny because it showed me because this was 2015. I remember this was 2015. This is my first year in the actual show game. I got a dog in 2014. So you upset a lot of people in that 2015. You upset a lot of people because you was it 2000 was it
It was
2000
2017 that we showed up to the Nationals.
2017 you showed up to Nationals. That's when the Bear was supposed to win it because he was the number one dog. And you came in there and boom, back, and upset the Bear. I'm talking about straight off the couch. And that was my first time that I realized that, man, it's not all love in this game, man. Everybody doesn't wish that you win, or
Nah.
this is not a community like everybody props it up to be. This is competition. This is competition. Straight up, competition will make people hate on you that usually won't hate on you because you're in their way. So I'm sorry for this, interrupting the moment, but I'm gonna give you my first Robert Lee bully market moment, right? And I didn't even meet you at this point, man. It's 2015. I'm in Bel Air, Maryland. And people are like, I'm just hearing like it was like wildfire. Robert Lee showing up. Robert Lee showing up with who? With Bus. Nah, man, I hope he doesn't show up. My dog's about to champ out. Or grand champ or needs a best in breed to get somewhere. Anyway, you was gonna be in a way, and you was gonna bring dogs that was gonna be in everybody's way. And I was like, who is Robert Lee? And what the hell is the bully market? Dope name, but who's the Bus? Like, I'm fresh. Like, I don't know nothing. So, Tone let me know. He was like, man, Robert Lee come, that's over with. Everybody might as well pack it up. That's why everybody getting mad right now because they think Robert Lee's going to show up. So I'm like, wow, I want that I want to make everybody nervous like that. But when they see me, they all dap me up in friendship in my face. But I want to have that. I want to have that type of power. How do I get it? And so that's what first put you on my radar to watch out for you and to find out who you were. And I just started doing research after you. And after that, man, I was a fan after that. But I'm sorry, 2017.
No, I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, when the boys used to come through, people, they knew that they were gonna have a hard time because they were good quality dogs. There was a lot of good quality stuff out there, and it's not like they never lost, but they were gonna be, tough to beat on any given day. That year, we didn't show anything in 2016, and nor did we show anything in 2017. And I was just like, man, maybe we'll go to Nationals. and Bus was kind of fat and overweight, and I was like, all right, we need to condition him a little bit because, like you said, he was kind of like off the couch, bro. Like he was not ready, and I had Nubs working with him, and I was like, how's he doing? Because I had him conditioning him and like taking him on like mile walks and shit, multi-mile, like through on this, you know, little track that has some terrain and shit. And he was like, he's getting better, but if he makes it to best of breed, he's not gonna have enough energy. I was like, run that motherfucker into the ground, word for word. I go run his ass into the ground, and just because I wanted to condition the shit out of him, and so we got him where I felt like we needed him. But even like as I was walking up, I was like, man, I feel like we're only about 80% of where we should be. And I was like looking at him. I was like, but you know, let's run it. Let's go have some fun. And I got my booth. I told Dave, don't be telling nobody that I'm showing up to this show, man. Don't tell anybody that I'm getting this booth. And I didn't tell anybody that I was coming. Everyone's all Nationals bound, whoop de whoop, you know, here we go. Chicago, here we come. I didn't say anything. In fact, I was making posts that made it seem like I was still in California because I didn't want anybody to know that I was going to Nationals. And then when I pulled up, there were some people that were, oh man, what's up? Good to see you. I'm happy to see Bus. And then there were others that I was kind of getting that look from, that maybe they liked the Facebook post or they're friends on my Facebook, but I was kind of getting that like, they didn't say nothing to me. So I was like, okay, you know, and you don't need to roll out the red carpet or anything, but if we see each other, you know, I haven't been out for a year, what's good? Nah, it wasn't the warmest of welcomes. And you know, we went out and we, you know, handled business. Finally I got that best of breed, bro, with my dog. And but finally it was with Bus. Like I told you, homie in 2011 came up short against Clydesdale. Beastro in 2012 came up short for best of breed against Master Shifu. This was my chance. This was my chance to make it happen, you know. And I went in with a lot more experience and a good strategy of what I needed to do to have my dog, you know, performing pretty well. And he did the damn thing. There were a lot of beautiful dogs out there. And
Of
you know,
course, in front of you, like way if we're gonna be like reality for that show year, way ahead of you, like way ahead of you, as far as the best in breed winnings.
oh yeah,
Was a dog that everybody thought this is a shoe-in. This is a shoe-in.
yeah,
It's the bear. This is a shoe-in. This dog is gonna do the damn thing. But somebody put on Facebook, Robert Lee's here with the bus. What? And they said, I think you tried to hide him or something like that. You popped up or something like that. You did it slick. Go
You
ahead and
know,
tell
I
us
learned
every. Yeah,
that
go ahead.
from I took Marco did that. Marco did that shit.
Suarez.
Back in
Yes.
2012. I don't know that he was stealth about him showing up, but he had a towel over the crate, and no one really knew that Shifu was there. Throughout the year, he had really been pushing Typhon, which was the litter mate brother to Shifu. And then all of a sudden he busted out Shifu, and you know, he did the damn thing. Like, I felt like on that show I made critical errors because I used to tape all of my my showing so I could go like critique myself. And I went back and I looked at me handling Beastro, and I was like, what the fuck? How come I didn't make an adjustment? Because he was working for me real good, and then he got tired. It was one of the biggest grand champion classes, and then he was getting tired. I needed to adjust my strategy a bit. He was no longer interested in the bait, and I kept trying to bait him instead of quickly, seeing. Anyways, Shifu, he outperformed Beastro, and he took that one. But I went in with Bus, with the refined strategy years later, albeit. But that one, we got top dog 3 years. That's an ongoing grind, and it's a very rewarding. But that Nationals Best in Show had eluded me for a long time, and to finally come back and get that with Bus was a special thing.
The Best in Show was basically icing on top of the cake, because Best in Breed was what you were chasing for, and I know it was like a weight off of your shoulder when
Yeah.
you got that Best in Breed. But I wanted to say this: you didn't just show up. You did not just show up. You didn't just show up that year. I don't give a damn if you didn't touch one show for the regular season. I don't care, right? You did not just show up, because what I've heard was years of preparation, years of the disappointments that you had, years of knowledge, of seasoned, just seasoned experience, man, that you had. All of that experience that you had all of those years. 2017 was just your year, because you had the dog. It's just the foundation of how to fine tune everything you needed to do to get that dog to react the way you wanted to react in every instance of a Nationals. Because I'm gonna say Nationals because Nationals is like unlike any other show. So it's just so many people. It just works the dog's nerves up even more. So it's just more heightened for the handler and for the dog. So I'm not going to ask you to talk about it, because you already spoke on how important those years of disappointment, what you call disappointment, because you had an ultimate goal. So those disappointments led you up to 2017. What was your hunger after that Nationals? Did you have any hunger after that to pursue something, or try to conjure up something to try to follow up?
From there, it was kind of just like we came and did what we had to do. One shot, one kill. Time to get back to what I was already working on. And when I was doing a lot of showing, when you do a lot of showing, your breeding takes a step back. You don't get to breed as much, and showcasing, proving your stock. That's when I file taxes, I call that marketing, right? Let's just face it. You're showing, you're marketing. You're putting your dogs in front of other people to prove to them that your stock is superior quality. And I'm looking at my numbers, and it's like, dude, I've proven that. Now is the time, really, rather than more money marketing all the time in showing every single weekend. you know, it's like 30 to 50 G's a year. That's a nice piece of real estate.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you know, I want to focus on building my family of dogs, creating a consistent lock in, you know, my look more, and really focus on breeding. At this point, you know, I tell people too, it's like, I don't like to show. I'm not, I like the shows and the vibe, and it gives me good, you know, nostalgia, those memories going to shows. Like, you know, I traveled all over the world, but I don't have the same feeling about actually showing. I don't have the same feeling about, um, you know, even like judging. I really like to breed. I like to breed. I like to raise my dogs and do different things with my dogs. Showing, you know, we recently came back out, and you know, Bus was a son of Beastro. Beastro was a son of Lock and Load. Lock and Load was a son of Homie. And with those four, we put together 4 grand champion runs. They were all grand champions. And as I started to focus more on my breeding, produced some nice stuff with the Bus, and then ended up grand champion the Bus. Actually, produced some nice stuff with the Bus, and then I was continuing to breed, and I produced more nice stuff with that generation that came from the Bus, in particular Badman. And I brought Badman out to go do some showing, and he actually grand champed out pretty quick. And then I got to thinking, I was like, wait a minute. So I got Homie grand champion, Lock and Load grand champion, Beastro grand champion. I remember when we accomplished that, there was no other 3 consecutive generations of grand champion males that I even knew of at all, let alone in one program. Then we added Bus on top of that. And a couple years go by, you know, I did some breeding work, and Badman ended up coming off of a Bus son, and he grand champed out. I was like, wait a minute, if I grand champ the dad, I know I haven't really been showing, but if I can grand champ Badman's dad, Bandit, then I'll have 6 consecutive generations of grand champion stud dogs right there, you know, in my family of dogs. You know, I didn't produce in-house each and every one of them, but regardless of that, those dogs were a part of my selective process. In, you know, you have to select something to start out with. I selected a quality dog like Homie, and, you know, Lock and Load. Did a pup back with a badass producing bitch, and paid a bitch fee to produce a Beastro in a collaboration. Did another collaboration and produced it Bus. And then I produced Bandit in-house. I produced Badman in-house, you know, owned the dad, produced, you know, the mom and the dad, bully market dogs, you know. So at this point, you know, now when I put breedings together in-house, you know, like I just did one right now. Let me see. I'll pick him up real quick.
We giving him his flowers right now. Trey, this is the whole reason why I got this platform, fam. You already know what it is. If you've been looking at No Bullish, man, TV, you know anybody that we have on here is we're giving them their flowers, like Mr. Robert Lee. Go ahead.
So this little guy here,
that blood's deep, man.
He's like, I forget how old he is, but he's a nice puppy. And what's special about him for me is, besides the fact that he's, you know, nice, good quality, is that he both of his parents, if both of his parents, like, if you look at their 3-generation pedigree, every single dog in there is bully market production. And then it, all of them. And then if you go back even further, you know, like homie is as far as like maybe, I don't know, like 8 generations back or something like that. So it's just a lot of my selection process into this little guy here. I don't know if you can even see him well.
Yeah, we can see him.
Nice, beautiful head, good bone, super thick, blocky muzzle. He's gonna be a pocket for sure. I don't own any. My dogs don't produce standards anymore, but yeah, just, you know, a lot of my years of breeding work right here in this little guy. I only got one puppy, but sometimes that's all you need, you know.
Right. Sometimes the bully universe gives you that, man, and it's creating a path of historic events for you lined up. You know, I'm pretty sure of it. So you are the first person. I don't know if there's anybody else. I don't know if you feel comfortable talking about uh the businesses that you've had in the past. I don't know if you still rock with them, but they were legal. They're legal in California.
Yeah.
So the marijuana, the bully market marijuana, I want to say factory that you had.
Yeah, so at the time when we started that brand, the laws were different.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were moving forward with some of that, but we got shut down. Code enforcement and helicopters.
Oh shit, for
You
real?
know, they you know were like, yeah, you're gonna need to cut those down. The laws changed, and
Oh
so
shit.
yeah, we didn't really get to. Had I started it earlier, we would have had a better chance at like the new licenses. But yeah, unfortunately, was a little bit late to that party, and code
Bro,
enforcement came and made us take everything down.
you had that was your golden ticket right there, man, because you had so many people that that smoke weed in a bully game, man, and they was just like, oh man, this dude, like you're a trendsetter. Like you are a trendsetter. You're like you're not the Michael Jordan because there was a Dr. J before Michael Jordan. You understand what I'm saying? And there was somebody else that Dr. J emulated before that. You ain't do it's you might have emulated people as far as the dog game, but when it comes to your business sense, you set a trend through the whole bully game. There wasn't nobody that was on your level when it came to thinking about businesses like that on a large scale. Like you would have took over the world with that weed factory thing, man. That would have been.
Well, I appreciate that, bro. And the it's not completely over yet. It's just
Uh-oh.
at the time it was more about we were going to grow, but now the way that the laws work, what we would do is work, since we didn't have the new licenses that were required after the laws changed. We had to shut down you know, what we were doing, and we did that. But now the way it works, you can work with people who have the licenses, and your brand can still, you know, have a spot on the shelves in the legal stores. You know what I mean?
Got you. You just finding uh a quality company that has quality product that you can team up with, and both of y'all are on the same page, and y'all can move on with there when it comes to branding, when it comes to the bully market. Just
Yeah, exactly. And then that way, since they've got all proper licensing and things like that, then, you know, it could be legit, which is what's the important part.
Man, I wish you luck on that endeavor, man, because hey, you know, I ain't gonna lie, man. I try to quit, man, but you know, hey, man, you know how it is, man. It's like a gorilla on your back. But
Man, I actually quit smoking last year in
I
May.
know. I know. Salute to you. I know, and I already know you've been on that journey, man. That's a journey. That's not just a thing that you could just you just said, you know, I'm gonna quit. Man, I said I'm gonna quit last week, and I was smoking last week. So no,
Well,
I
and
you know,
and and I've done that before,
right.
but then I started to really kind of like check myself and put that puppy back real quick.
Yeah, for
I,
sure.
then I started to check myself on like, all right, I it you know, why am I smoking? And then I had to look at it a lot of times. Maybe I'm getting a little frustrated, you know, and then sometimes it was just out of like habit, and I'm like, all right, I need to be. Am I a slave to this?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I started to look at my thought process and think like, stop being a bitch. You know what I mean? Why you need to smoke about everything? Why can't you process this frustration without smoking and actually process through it instead of numb it out? And then when you face the same type of situation in the future, if all you did was numb yourself to the frustration, or for some people it might be anxiety. For me, I'm a high energy dude, and so like sometimes when things don't go how I want them to go, like I'll get real frustrated, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, you know, stop being weak, stop giving in to your vices, and start processing your shit like a man. And that's what I had to really like test myself, and you know, show myself that I'm stronger than this, you know, thing, this vice, you know, that I've had. And it's that type of like, that's like a different subject, but it's kind of like ties in to anything that you do. You know, how you do anything is how you do everything. And if you fold when times get hard, or you give up, you don't keep promises to yourself, that type of thing might start to spill over into other things. Now you're slacking on your this, and you're not keeping your promises on that. And you know, I'm not perfect by any means. I miss my targets sometimes still, you know, but I definitely, that was something where I looked at as like that was a weakness. I was looking at it as a weakness from within. And that might not be the case for everybody. I really believe that um you know, cannabis can be a great alternative to like opiates for someone who might be in a great deal of pain, and they need,
Ah, ah,
you know what I'm saying?
oh,
Uh,
my knees
maybe
hurting.
they're going through some sort of back surgery or whatever, you know.
Sorry, my
Some
bad, Rob. My D, I just got a D. You said that, and I don't know what it is. My D just started hurting, but go ahead.
Exactly, you know. And like I said, you know, I just had to do what I thought was, you know, right for me, and would allow me to be, you know, my best self and my most, you know, highest version, best version of myself. Because the slogan, it's always a bull market. It's not just about producing bully dogs. It's about consistent, steady growth, overcoming challenges, coming out the other side of those challenges stronger, better, and more equipped to tackle the next level.
It's a mindset.
It's a mindset thing, bro. And that was what I was really looking at. I was like, I'm being weak, you know, because there was a lot of cases where, you know, I'm like, I need to smoke. And if I wasn't smoking, I was about to be maybe in a bad mood. You know, I was about to be more easily triggered. And it's like, oh, okay. So what? You're a weak little baby boy now? You just getting triggered by everything because you didn't fucking pick up the pipe today? Come on, homie. Step your shit up. You know, that's my internal dialogue that I'm telling myself.
The pipe
you know?
is crazy. That's
So
wild. The pipe is wild.
man, it's, you know, I still like the way it smells. I can still recognize quality when I see it, you know, just at the age that I am, and the things that I'm trying to do, you know what I mean? It really, it doesn't serve me. You know, it kind of like, energy is everything. You only got 100% to give on any given day. And that would take away from me. It lowered my energy levels. You know what I mean? And a lot of times that's why I would do it, because I'm so high energy, I would want to chill out. But I don't need to chill out. I just need to channel that energy into what's serves me the best. You know, makes me the best that I could be.
So, as we're speaking about being the best that you could be, and we was talking about, you know, your endeavors and how I think, you know, I know you're the innovator of the businessman in the American bully world when it comes to um using what you have to the fullest advantage when it comes to creating a business. Now, let's talk about you've gotten into the market with Bitcoin and all of these coins and gotten into the market, right? And investing. Let's talk about let's talk about the Beastro coin, man.
Sure.
Let's everybody, man, let's give this man his flowers, man, because yo, he's he's not lying when he says the bully market is not just a dog kennel. It's a mindset because he's doing it through his actions. He's not doing it. He's carrying a bully market on his back, and he's going through all of these. He's toiling. He's toiling. If y'all don't know what toiling is, go get your dictionary and look up what toiling is. But he's toiling to get to his better self, and that's commendable, man. I used to say I'm never gonna stop smoking weed. I'm gonna smoke weed to the day that I die. To now saying I want to quit. I want to quit. It's just me. You know, it's a struggle right now, but I'm gonna get there. But that mindset. And thank you for what you said, because you know I needed that, and I'm pretty sure there's other people that's watching this that needed that as well. And their vice doesn't have to be your vice doesn't have to be marijuana. Your
Nope.
vice doesn't even have to be drugs. It
Nope.
could be something. It could be it could be food. It could be a girl. That'll be creepy if it's a girl, man. Come on, chill out, man. But it could be anything. Go ahead. Sorry about
no,
that.
like you said, a self-sabotaging vice is, it could be anything. And it's our duty to show up for our people the best that we can be. And especially if we've got kids, they're watching. Do I really want my kids to, every time something gets hard, to feel like they need to turn to some sort of substance or vice? Man, back in the day, you know, we smoked weed, but nowadays kids are popping pills and doing crazy shit, and you know, they get addicted to like fentanyl, or even worse, they don't make it. And so rather than you know, display that type of behavior, You know, I just want to show my kids, you know, it's okay to be frustrated and go through stressful situations, and really you want to work through those situations. Just like I know you hit the gym, man. Like when you go and you hit that gym, you have to stress those muscles out to make those muscles grow, right? You have to stress them, you have to break them down, you have to tear them up for them to come back stronger and bigger. And it's no different with the life challenges that we face. And you know, they might break you down, they might stress you out, but if you actually work through them and you're fully present while you work through them and coherent of like what the conditions are and how you're actually moving to overcome them, you do come out that much more uh, stronger and ready for those next reps that life is ultimately going to throw you. You know what I'm saying? And you know, like you said, it could be alcohol, it could be, you know, dudes chasing women, or like you said, food. There's all sorts of self-sabotaging vices, but you really have to ask yourself, are your thoughts and your actions aligned with who you truly aim to be? And if they're not, why don't you get into alignment? Because it's not until you get into a total alignment that your like whole life is going to start to really come into fruition the way that you want it to be. Like
Right.
the best.
You have to have a clear sight in order for your manifestation to see what you want for your manifestation and to get that. Hold on.
100%. And the better version of you, the more cognizant version of you, the stronger version of you is going to accomplish everything you are doing quicker than a lesser, weaker version of yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, you know, the always a bull market, it's not just a slogan, it's the culture.
And speaking on that, you have a mentorship program, and we're gonna get back to the coin because we came off.
Yeah, I kind
We
of got
came, but
sidetracked
yeah,
there.
but no, I mean it's a good segue back to where we were at because it just showed me that I missed something. Um, please explain about your mentorship program and how people watching can join your mentorship program or get something out of your mentorship program that you have going on.
Yeah, I got a program called Bully Market University, and it's my coaching program. I got a one-on-one group calls that we do. I got one-on-one and then group. We do a group call every Sunday, and my one-on-one guys, we do. They also join the group calls. We just go over, you know, different things. Each person is going to be a little bit different. Not everyone is troubleshooting the same things. You know what I'm saying? Different people are trying to overcome different things, and I've overcome a lot of things. And it's actually, you know, the people that come from those you know, not ideal circumstances or situations that are actually the most qualified to help somebody that's in that type of circumstance or situation. So, you know, you might be struggling with something right now, but you know, to overcome that and then help somebody that might be struggling with the same thing. I really believe that our purpose, a lot of people ask, you know, what's my purpose in life? I'm trying to find my purpose. Our purpose is this. It's very simple, in my opinion. Our purpose is to continuously work to become the best version of ourselves and to show others how to do the same. That's it. And the best version of yourself is a sliding scale. Right now, the best your ceiling might be here. But as you start to level up, you eventually blow through that ceiling. It's just like when you hit those reps in the gym. You got a max, but you work it up, now you're maxing out higher and higher and higher and higher. So your best is a sliding scale. The job, like Kobe said, job's not finished. And I liken the bully market, always a bull market, to the Mamba mentality, a relentless pursuit of being a better version of yourself. And yeah, you know, I kind of lost my train of thought right there. But
Man, that's cool, man. That's cool. That's cool, man. Hey, when you freestyle, man, sometimes that happens, man. When you're freestyling, man, it's acceptable. You know, it happens all the time. You lose train of thought. But how can we get into this Beastro coin? How can we get into it, and how is it doing?
let's check it out.
Yeah, let's check it out. Let's check it out.
It's been off to a great start. I'm actually really happy with the start that we've had here. It's been out for 3 days, and it's currently at an $860,000 market cap.
What?
Yeah, it reached as high as 1.5 million, but as anybody in crypto, anybody that's been exposed to crypto, they know it goes up and it goes down. There's a lot of volatility, especially with a newer coin, and especially when Bitcoin goes down in any way, it'll tend to bring other coins down with it. And so my whole thing with the crypto coin was, you know, I've been doing crypto for about 8 years. About 8 years I started. And so I've got to see multiple cycles. And by cycle, I mean an up and then a down and then a sideways, an up, a down, and then a sideways. And now we're back coming up again. And so I've got to observe different things and, you know, how they play out. And I've also, you know, got to see how different coins work. And I used to not like meme coins. I used to be all about the utility stuff. What is, you know, like, I don't like the dog coin. Like, I want something that has technology. I want something that does this or does that. And in some cases, those protocols and those coins, they can serve a good purpose, but they don't always outperform the dog coin. Ask anybody that held Doge before it got to anywhere near a penny. Those early Doge holders, they saw some insane gains. A lot of people, you know, they'll talk about meme coins and, you know, or crypto even in general. Well, what's it backed by? What's the dollar backed by?
Nothing.
What is the dollar backed by? Nothing.
Mm-mm.
The dollar is backed by your confidence. Try, if everybody went to go take all their dollars out of the bank, guess what? No one would get all their money back because
Nope.
it doesn't exist. It's just on paper.
We're actually not using it right. There's actually a process of using, if you want to get into the matrix of being in that world, there's a proper way to use bills and to authenticate them. Right now, they're not authenticated. It's like we're just,
well,
it's hard to explain, but you know, it's that's like you said, it's a whole nother topic.
It's numbers on a screen, man. You know, people want to, you know, talk about crypto like it's no good, and they're scared of it because the media told them to be. But have you ever looked into how dollars are created? If you haven't, I sincerely suggest that you take a look, and then you will learn that our dollars are printed into existence and lended to the United States, and we get charged interest on top of that from a private entity called the Federal Reserve. So while they print till kingdom come, trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars, making the price of all of our goods rise because the value of the dollar is decreasing, you know, who's really getting the short end of that stick? You know, it's the people that don't have assets. The rich people, they're doing okay because they have assets, they have businesses, they have real estate, they have things that combat, you know, the rate of inflation. So I'm heavy into crypto for, like, you know, because I have went into like the matrix like you just referred to. I like cryptos and the freedom that it provides, where, you know, it's much different than a bank. You can send and transact much more quickly, much more freely. And, you know, it's clearly the future. Cryptos, they're not going anywhere. This technology is not going anywhere, but a lot of people, they're hesitant to like learn about it. And part of why I create the coin was because it's a fun opportunity for those that are in my community, the bully world, to learn about cryptos. How do you set up a wallet? How do you buy? How do you send? How do you get the money back when you sell your coins? These are all questions that people have no idea how that works. And so, you know, I looked at the coin as a way for our community to get involved, learn more about cryptos. And not only that, when we look at these coins that are meme coins, right? Meme coins, when you look at the performance of a meme coin that does really well, it outperforms just about every other coin by a landslide. By a landslide. Now, for every really good performing meme coin, there's a bunch of ones that don't do well. The guy who creates it doesn't care about the project, and he just, you know, gets his money and runs. But for the coins that are actually fairly, you know, legit, and they work the project, those meme coins tend, especially the new ones, they tend to drastically outperform the market. And I learned that. I learned that after my last cycle. I was like, wait a minute. I did all my research. I invested in all the top technology, and the guys with the dog coins and the cat coins outperformed. They beat me. And so I go, I'm not going to let this happen again. And I started buying the frogs, the monkeys, the dogs, and the cats. Lo and behold, I've been seeing gains unlike any other in previous cycles when I invested in top-notch technology coins and utility coins. And you know, when we look at the animals, you know, like a lot of people's meme coin portfolios, it's looking like Noah's Ark. You got birds and penguins, and one of my best plays right now is a blue toad, one of Pepe's friends, named Brett. Shout out to Brett on base. For anybody that wants to see a really good coin, check out Brett on base. But you know, I decided, you know what? There's all these coins. Dogecoin is the top meme coin. That's the coin that paved the way for the dog coins, right? What came after Doge? SHIB. What is SHIB? A Shiba Inu.
Inu. Yep.
What breed is Doge? A Shiba Inu, right? And then you got Floki. Some of you guys probably heard of Floki. What is Floki? Floki is the name of Elon Musk's Shiba Inu dog, right? So maybe you guys have heard of one of the top performing meme coins that just came out in December. When it came out, the market cap was at like 40,000, 20,000. Just came out in December. The market cap on that meme coin right now is over $3 billion. It's called Dog with Hat. People that invested $100 in Dog with Hat the day that it launched, if they held to right now, which some did, they're multimillionaires. They're multimillionaires. Guess what breed Dog with Hat is?
What is it?
A Shiba Inu.
Ah.
So you got Doge, you got Dog with Hat, you got Floki, you got Shib. They're all Shiba Inus. And man, I'm a dog guy. I love dogs. Big respect to these dogs that paved the way for the rest of the dog coins. But I decided, you know what? The American Bully needs a coin.
Not only did you just create a coin for the American Bully, you created another business avenue with coaching other breeders how to make a coin and to put it on the market as well, because I know you don't want to be the only coin on the market. That's not what makes that coin. It needs to be some competition, some push and pull.
Well, there's definitely, new coins getting launched every day. Those that have been in on my coaching program, we've been talking about crypto for a long time, every week now. I don't know if any of them are listening here, but those that grabbed a bag when I dropped this coin, and they've been learning how to work these wallets and purchase and send and buy, they're doing very well on their bags right now. I believe one of my guys turned $50 into $3,000.
Yeah, he just said that he turned 50 into stacks.
And other people are doing really well. I'm getting people sending me texts. They're like, bro, I don't know what to tell you other than thank you. You just literally changed my life. And bro, like, the dog breeding is fulfilling, but man, getting a text like that, someone saying, yo, you changed my life, dog. Like, I don't even know how to thank you. Like, that right there is enough. That just, like, it hits, because to help other people make it, I love to do that, and so that's the whole thing about the coin, is like, not only is it a chance for people that like to, maybe you already know about crypto and you already know what dog coins can do, and you can look at this narrative and decide, hey, that Beastro coin, I think that's going to be a banger. Maybe you don't need to learn how to do the wallet swapping, but for those that do, this is like a cool project where our community can be doing it and learning it together, while at the same time putting our crypto mascot, a legend in our breed, into the spotlight, so that it's not just a bunch of Shiba Inus that everyone is bidding on and seeing. The American Bully is the best breed, bro. Like, to me, I love that breed. I just showed you a puppy. There is nothing compares to a really nice American Bully puppy. They are so cute. It's an ultimate companion, yet it's strong looking. And so the marketability of this breed into the mainstream among athletes and entertainers, I mean, these are those dogs. And I feel like we've really not yet scratched the surface. Barely have we scratched the surface of what this thing can actually become. I envision, you know, as the coin really starts popping off and we're hitting up various platforms showing the Beastro coin and the dog that it's about, people are going to look at that dog and be like, what is that? That's a badass looking dog. I want one of those. Where can I get one? And here's the deal. Go back and to my Facebook post and check the post that I made when Beastro died. And you will see probably over 100 people that said, whatever, rest in peace, Beastro. I got my first bully because of Beastro. And then go and look and see what their bully looks like. They probably didn't even get their bully from me. So Beastro and his content that we made with Beastro, constantly pushing it out to the mainstream, it actually sold a lot of dogs for other people. When I was showing and campaigning, I didn't even really have that much puppies available. You know what I'm saying? And when I did, they sold really quick. And so it wasn't like I was ever able in a position to supply such a demand. So like this coin is not really it's not just about Beastro. It's about the breed and putting it into this spotlight where it belongs. And not just any spotlight, in a space that happens to be full of people that are absolutely raking in the cash, crypto investors. So we like to have a dog show that is in conjunction with a car show. We like to have a tattoo convention. And these things are great, crossover niche markets. But nothing has ever really been done to crossover market this breed into the crypto markets. So not only do we have an opportunity for, hey, now we got a Beastro coin in my wallet. It's just cool to have. And if you already know about crypto, then you know about crypto. But if you don't, this is an opportunity to learn about it amongst the people that we rocking with. And
how much is a coin right now?
The coin is it's currently 0.0008 cents. So there's only 1 billion coins in the supply.
Hold up.
So there's four zeros. Or no, I'm sorry. There's 3 zeros and then 87. So it's not even, it's not a penny yet.
I know you said there's a certain way we can buy it.
Yeah, so if you want to join the Beastro coin community and you want to help put the American Bully right there in the spotlight, in a whole nother demographic, because my thing is, I like to bring new people into our ecosystem. I know a lot of people like to sell to other people who are already here, but to grow our ecosystem, we need to onboard new people. And this is a potential way to do it, to grow our bully community. and send an American Bully to the moon. Put Beastro way up there. And so another one of the big things for those of you that don't know anything about like meme coins or dog coins, what makes these coins really pop off and get lots of eyeballs on them is the community. And these people form communities around these little coins. Well, guess what? The bully community has been doing this since before these coins ever existed. We all drive from different parts of the country to meet up in one location and showcase our dogs. We all are logging into our phones from different locations in the world, even, and we meet up on this app and we showcase our dogs. And one of the things that really makes these coins pop off and people recognize them is the community. Our community has been here before the coins, and it will be here after the coins are made. This community is strong. This community isn't going anywhere. I know you mentioned it's very competitive, and competition is good. It pushes other people to be better. You know what I mean? I've met a lot of great people in this community, and I think genuinely, I think most people in the community genuinely are good people, and they're out there striving to be the best. Who wants to lose? They want to win, and they should want to win. And so if you get upset or whatever when you lose, or hey, Michael Jordan got upset when he lost. You know what I'm saying? So, but aside from that competition factor, we are all a community, and I'm providing this platform to, get everybody involved for the breed, and we can really like push the American Bully into a whole new space. You're gonna soon, mark my words, you will be seeing news outlets, media outlets talking about how many multimillionaires were created from toad coins and different coins. And I'm not here to promise any sort of financial gain from any coin, or to give any sort of financial.
You're just tap dancing on the trend right now.
I'm just letting you know that we are in a bull market. You will be hearing more about Bitcoin very soon, and it's, to me, it's like, it's not even about necessarily the money. Let's put the breed on the map. You know what I mean? And
I'm down. Put $100 on it. You just gotta. I'm gonna hit you up afterwards to see how to do it, because I'm
I'll show
pretty
you
sure
exactly how to do it.
I only got Coinbase.
You asked me earlier how, again, for the record, not financial advice here. I can't determine, what happens with the overall crypto market. But here's what I can promise is I've been breeding for 16 years and I haven't left. I stayed true to the American Bully the whole time. There's been, how many different fads and trends that came, and I stayed true to my line. And so when I make the coin, I'm not here to like just throw something out there and not work it. No, this is Beastro. Beastro is getting cloned in the near future, and we're gonna blow that whole story out of proportion. I'm telling you right now, you can go and look through all the dog coins, and none of them are getting cloned. None of them have been cloned. Our narrative, not only do we have, in my opinion, the best breed, but our narrative with Beastro, a historic dog of his breed, and he's getting cloned. And I don't plan to come back with Beastro and train him for shows or even for breeding. I got much bigger plans for Beastro, and higher level of things that I'm going to train him for. And I'm aiming for a whole nother stratosphere for the return of Beastro. And for
All right.
anybody that met
You
Beastro,
sold me. You sold me. I'm
for
sold.
anybody that met Beastro, you guys remember his character. You remember his attention and his alertness. You remember how well he performed in a ring. Imagine if from the very beginning, I knew what Beastro was going to one day become. And instead of training him for the ring, I trained him for showbiz.
Mm.
You guys telling me that Beastro wouldn't have made it? He wasn't smart enough. He wasn't cute enough. He didn't have enough character. No, Beastro had all that. And obviously, you know, a lot of that had to do with the way that he was raised, but a lot of it was straight up genetic predisposition. And so we're just going to really build on that. This whole, you know, coin, all the viral content that we did with literally that coin that I told you that went to $3.5 billion is called Dog with Hat. The coin is called Whiff because it's a dog with a hat.
Right.
That's it. Someone found a cute picture of a dog with a hat and they made a coin out of him. You know how many hats Beastro wore? You know how many different things and viral pieces of content that Beastro had? So not only do I have a lot of pieces of content to repurpose for this project, but Beastro is coming back. And I might be getting 2 or 3 of them, depending on how much the cloning process, how many it produces for us. So,
Wow.
like, man, the narrative for this coin is crazy. We're going to see a bull market with Bitcoin and all the coins, you know, a lot of them are going to go up. And just like you saw with coins in the past, nothing goes up forever. It goes up and it goes down and it goes up and it goes down. Some of those coins never exist thereafter because the guy that was running the project, they just gave up. They stopped. Like, this is Beastro. Like, you really think I'm going to give up on Beastro? I can't promise where this is going to end up, but I can promise you that as long as I'm still here and blessed to be able to walk on this earth, I ain't giving up. And
So
even if I can't walk, I could still go like this.
I'm a promise you. I'm a promise you one more thing. If you don't tell me how to invest in this damn coin, I'm gonna be mad and stop trying to sell me. And everybody on here sold. I'm pretty sure as soon as you let everybody know how to go invest in that coin, everybody on here gonna go invest some sort of money into that coin. So can you tell me what platform do I need to have to invest in to Beastro?
I'll do that. And I said all that just so, because I wanted to cast the vision of what this narrative, you know, really is. And to purchase Beastro, what you got to do is you need some Solana. I've also, my understanding is you can also use USDC, which is it's a coin, a US dollar coin that's pegged to the dollar. You would go to, but for simplicity here, you would purchase Solana on Coinbase, and then you would download an app called Solflare, SOLFLARE. That's a wallet. And in that wallet, you can transact coins that have not yet been released on the big exchanges. By the time you see a coin get released onto the larger exchanges, they've already grown exponentially. It's the decentralized exchanges that you're able to find brand new coins. Like, I can go to my app right now And literally since we've been on this call, there's probably been more than 100 new coins that have just dropped. You know, and you got to be careful. They're not, it's very risky to buy something that is, you know, brand new. Only buy what you can afford to lose on something like that, right? But you would go from Coinbase, you send the Solana to Solflare. From Solflare, that's when you can transact and purchase all these new coins that have just recently been launched. Beastro coin is 3 days old. So until we work our way up to the millions, the multi-millions, this is where it's going to need to be purchased. You would you grab your wallet from you grab your address from your Solana wallet, Solflare. You press receive. It'll give you your wallet address. You take that address, go to your Coinbase, and press send your Solana. And it's going to ask you to enter the address that you want to send it to. Double check your wallet address. Make sure you copied the right address that you receive Solana on Solflare. And then you would send from Coinbase your Solana to Solflare. And from Solflare wallet, you will be able to swap your Solana for Beastro and hundreds of other tokens.
You're gonna have to do it. You're gonna have to do a video tutorial on how to do that.
I need to do a video that shows exactly how to do that and pertains specifically to this coin. It's a few steps, but let me just tell you something. You know, like I said, I'm not here to advocate promises for huge returns, but just let me give you a story that I just experienced myself. Brett, I just gave a shout out to Brett, right? Brett is a coin. It's a blue toad. I learned about Brett when it was at $1 million market cap. And I knew I wanted to invest in Brett. But I had never bought on this platform. For those that want to research, it's Brett on Base, and Base is Coinbase's chain. I was on to Brett at 1 million market cap. I wanted to buy, but I was frustrated. I did not know how to buy, and I put it off until tomorrow. Instead of learning about it right then and there, the next day it was at 6 million market cap. So by the time I bought, it had already increased by 500%. And it might not sound like a whole lot, but guess what the coin's at now?
Where is it at?
The coin is now at 800 million in market cap. So if I would have got my position, I'm still doing really well on Brett. I got in at 5-6 million. I added more at 14 million. I bought more at like 23 million. And then I just recently bought some more, even in 700 millions. But my initial investment, you know, at 5 million market cap, I'm just going to do some quick math. 5 goes into 800 160 times. So that's a 16 that's a 16,000%. No, that's, my math is correct. a 16,000% return on that investment in Brett. And that's really good. But if I would have got in at the 1 million market cap versus the 6 or the 5, then that would have been 80,000 times return and 80,000%. I mean, you've told me a little bit about your past. A double up is pretty good, right?
Yeah, double up is pretty
If
good.
you could double or triple, you'd be feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, imagine if you turned 1 into 800. $1 into $800. And I bring up that story just to say, me being unaware and ignorant of how to use this different technology and saying, I'll do it tomorrow. That cost me a lot of money. Putting off what I could have learned that day and getting my position and not investing the time in myself and my education to set myself up for success, it costed me a lot of money. A lot of money. Because when you get in at 5 versus 1, if you're in at 5 and it goes to 10, you doubled. You made 100% return on your money. But if you're in at 1 and it goes to 10, you made 1,000% on your money.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not telling everybody to FOMO into Beastro.
Man, you came in late, sucker free. You came in late. We already talked about dogs and all of that. We already did all of that, man. This show is not controlled on how y'all want this show to be, man. Y'all don't just come in here and control the narrative. Y'all start your own shit. I'm sorry I'm doing this, man. I'm sorry I have to do this, but there's people in the chat that somebody said that I'm pushing crypto scams and it's a rug pull, and what about dog talk and control the live? Man, we talked about history. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and it all
hold on real quick. DeVille, we were talking about how the first American bully made it on a coin. That's historic when it comes to our breed. And he's talking about creating, that's the only way the coin can move is if the community backs it, just like the Shiba Inu, which I'm pretty sure a lot of the Shiba Inu people got into that too. You know what I'm saying? Because them people got money. Them people got money.
If they got in early, they did very well.
So was it a rug pull when Shiba Inu came when they first coined? I bet you there's a lot of people that thought that, or the other coins that he's naming, whatever. That's not my point. My point is I brought up the coin because what it is historic. Just like his career, just like his breeding career. If you were here earlier to listen, you would have heard all of that instead of jumping in the live demanding that we make the live critique it to you. Nah, you got to run it back, homie. You know what I'm saying? I love you, but you got to run it back. We're not gonna do this. Is not for you. We're here to give this man his flowers, right?
Well, and I appreciate that, brother. And I'm not trying to go off on a whole bunch of unrelated stuff. And in fact, I mentioned, that for every Shiba Inu, there are like 100 rug pulls. There are a bunch that don't work out. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of scams going on in that space. And the reason why I elaborated on a little bit is because I want to give the full context of, what's at stake here.
Right.
there's massive opportunity, and then there's also a lot of risk. So always do your due
Right.
diligence.
He's not on here tap dancing about how this coin is gonna be like. He's not doing that, man. He's giving, man, I've never known this man to come over here and blow smoke on nobody, man, or piss on anybody and call it rain. All right. You know what I'm saying? I never heard this man do it. And listen, man, stop coming on. I'm gonna start blocking y'all, man. Y'all gotta stop with this shit right here. What you doing, Eco, man? You gotta stop, man. Stop using. I told you about that shit before, man. Stop using my platform for that, man. Use your own platform for that. I did that already. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to push a whole another narrative, man. You know, and if somebody can't find any gems in what Robert Lee was talking about investing and coins and whatever, no matter if you invest in the Beastro coin or not, if you can't learn something from what we're talking about, then man, come on. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not a big investor, but guess what? If it's gonna be a rug pull, my feet gonna be up in the air and my head gonna hit the ground because I'm about to invest in the Beastro coin.
And bro,
That's facts.
Part of the reason why I created the coin is because I got tired of getting rugged. And I know everybody else is tired of it too. And I'm like, man, it sucks when you like join a little community and then they rug the shit. And it's like, you know, because the community, they really vibe and they really like have a good time, and they you know, create good content. And bro, I've been rugged. I've been rugged and rugged and rugged. Like
DeVille, he said it. He said invest what you're willing to lose. He said it to everybody. Invest what you're willing to lose. My cousin told me the same thing before I downloaded this app with that circle on it. If you could see Coinbase.
Yeah.
So I'm not, you know, come on now. You know.
Yeah.
Person you
And
could
clearly Shiba Inu ain't no rug. Shiba Inu is a top 15 crypto in market cap. Right. I know people want to hate on meme coins, but do the research. Doge is a top 10 market cap coin. You can't dispute it.
That's what's up, Eco, man. I'm trying to do it too. Hey, man, that's a damn lie. Sucker free, man. There's somebody that already invested $50 in it, man, and made $3K. Come on, man. Y'all need to stop this, man. Y'all need to stop, man. Which y'all way of thinking is the best way of thinking, because it ain't. You know what I'm saying? All investment is a risk. All of that stuff's a risk. Even your dogs, even investing in a breeding. Just like you say, invest in your dogs. Just like he says, invest in your dogs, and your program. It's a safer bet. I bet you that's a damn lie. I bet you I know people that's invested in their dogs and they all of us in the red. So what the fuck kind of, I'm sorry for cussing, but how is that a good investment? This is a hobby. This is an expensive hobby that turns into an investment to the top 10% in the game. All right?
Correct. Facts.
Like, let's be realistic, man. You know, just because you get in the dog game doesn't make it any different from the NBA. It doesn't make from the structure of it, of the top gainers and the people who aren't. You know, he says I lost multiple thousands on Dodge and Shiba. That's why he hurt. Man.
No,
hey,
guess what? You only lost because you sold. You lost because you sold. You paper handed your bag. You panicked and you sold your bag for a loss. Mark my words on this. Within the next year, I bet you, I'd be willing to bet, friendly wager. Maybe I'll give you some free Beastro coin if I lose. I'm willing to bet that Doge will surpass in the future what you bought it for. You only lose if you sell for a loss.
Terry,
Or
tell him.
if they legitimately, like some people ask me, what about the Sam Bankman Fried thing? Like, it's not one of those things, is it? Well, listen, Sam SBF was a guy that was running an exchange, which was a custodian for the coins. And then he was doing things that he wasn't supposed to do, leveraging other people's money to try and make extra money with it. And he lost it because he made some bad plays. And that's why he got in trouble. And that's why the saying goes, not your keys, not your coins. You don't want to, if you're holding coins, the best place to hold it is in a cold storage wallet or in a hard wallet where you have the keys to your coins. And Aldwin, the Soulflare wallet that I just gave you, you have the keys to those coins. The wallet that I gave you, you have the keys to that wallet. That's your wallet. You know what I'm saying?
I've know you heard this story before, and probably happened to some of your friends that they lost a wallet and found not a wallet, but they lost their hard
drive
or they lost their hard wallet.
Yep.
And end up finding it months. Some people found it a couple of years down the line. They thought they done lost it. It's gone, and end up being millionaires when they end up checking that thing, man, because they couldn't even touch it because they thought it was lost anyway. Right. So yeah, I mean, this is all a gamble. But listen, let's talk about this in a way that some of my people might understand. If somebody put me onto a play, right? If somebody put me onto a play, why I know that I can possibly make some money, then I'm gonna jump on it. If I can double up, I'm definitely gonna jump up. Somebody tell me I can double up, I'm gonna jump on it.
Guys, I literally just watched when we hit 1.5 million in market cap. I watched somebody sell some Beastro coin. I went and looked at the transaction log. They booked a $14,000 profit. When I first shared Beastro coin, go and look at my page. It was at I said $60,000 market cap. $60 gets you 1 million Beastro coins. But now, if you go and you try to buy, it's 1 million Beastro coins is gonna cost you $928.
Well, how much?
$928.
For how much?
For 1 million coins.
Man, I'm finna try it.
So anybody go and look. You can go and see. Go to Deck Screener. Here's your boy.
Is that Soulflare right there? The one that's
that's Soulflare. Look, right. Here's your boy Beastro. Right? You can go right here to charts. We're going here to charts. Here's the Beastro chart. This is the reds are sells. The greens are buys.
Look at that.
This.
$50 into 3K at that 1.5 million market cap last night. Look at that.
Look at what this guy did. Right here, the top trader, he bought $3,700 worth of Beastro coin, and he's already made $15,000 in profit. I'm not telling anybody what to do. I'm just showing you what has happened with this coin.
You're telling me what to do. God damn it.
You know what I'm saying?
So I got to create the wallet through Solange first, right?
That you purchase, you create the wallet on Soulflare. It's going
Soul
to give
Flare.
you
Soul
the
Flare.
key to your wallet. Write down the keys in a safe place, so that way if you lose your phone, then you're able to like re-download the app and enter your keys. So and then you can access your wallet again. Don't just take a screenshot, because
Right.
if you lose it all, then like you're not going to be able to access your shit.
Right.
You know, there's no customer service. It's a decentralized type of deal. You
Right.
know what I mean? Um,
I'm my own bank. It's like my own bank that I'm cross seas, and I only got one pair of keys.
yeah, and just to like mention something else, you know, he probably lost money on Doge because he
He
started buying Doge
he said he
when
lost money. He said he lost tons from Voyager going belly up.
okay, so we broke the rules here of keeping your wallet in the hands of an exchange. I'm just saying, we don't want to do that. When we buy cryptos, we want to get it off of the exchanges, because when they do shit like that and they go belly up, that can happen. Here's the thing. You know how many banks can go belly up? The United States can go belly up. Look at all the money that they are you know, printing. So like I said before, the dollar, what is that? What is that? I dare everybody to, and actually I'm not even going to say that because I don't want to be accused of encouraging a bank run. But if everybody tried to take out their money, it wouldn't be there for everybody to take out. The only thing backing the dollar is your confidence in it. Gold does not back the dollar.
Damn, man, my fucking kennel partner got $50 in the Beastro. Man, what the fuck?
When did he
Man,
get in?
I'm late to the party.
When did he get in?
Let me ask him. He said,
Because
when
I posted it
did
that morning. I first posted it, shared it to Facebook. I'm active on a lot of other platforms, so my other platforms got it first. But
I don't care if it goes belly up. I don't care if it's a rug. I don't care. I'm gonna invest because I love it. I love and I'm pretty sure that's how all of these coins get the traction, because they love the story behind it. They love why the coin was made, because all of that is kind of explained when you're buying a coin, or if you look into the coin, it tells you the developer, and it tells you how the coin was thought of and all of that crazy stuff. So I mean, I want to get behind it. I don't care what nobody else thinks. I'm not investing my whole paycheck into it, man. Come on, man. You know, I'm investing, like he said, invest what you willing to lose, you know. So I can't lose my whole paycheck. So
yeah,
that's
well,
what I'm gonna do.
and it's like, you know, when you go to a dog show, it's going to cost you how much to get there, to lodge there, to enter the show ring, to eat. But and you might not win. You might not even get a third place.
Nope.
Maybe nobody buys the puppy. But if you go there and you create new relationships, you hone in on your skills, everything is an opportunity. You know how many plays I've lost? Brett is my fucking play, dude. Like, Brett really did me well. I also got another one called Pang. I got in at Pang at 2 million in market cap. That shit ran to 200 million in market cap. So 100x, you know, like.
So what's the main platform do I go to after I've copied my address down? Is crypto?
So do you already have a Coinbase wallet?
Yeah, I do.
So you can buy from Coinbase, but lately there's been a bunch of people that have been buying from Coinbase,
Mm-hmm.
and because they haven't been real active on the platform, like I
What's the
can
ticker? What's the ticker?
Beastro on 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 the other platform, but on Coinbase you buy Sol. You won't find Beastro on Coinbase yet.
Nah, it's not on there. You said it's on what? On Soul?
Uh, the coin that you would buy on Coinbase is called Sol.
Soul. All right.
SOL.
So,
And then the
Solana. Solana.
correct.
All right.
But yeah, this is more, this is a culture coin, man. Like
Yeah.
this is something.
I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna get into it. I'm probably gonna be messaging you a couple of times, but I'm gonna get into it tonight. But I don't want to. We've been on here for 2 hours and 8 minutes. We can go all night, man, on this, man. But sorry to some of y'all who caught us on the ass end of the interview when we were talking about how historical it is for an American bully to be on a coin. You know what I'm saying? See, hey, I'm gonna try. Hey, hit me up. I'll see if I can get you through it.
Anybody that wants to, I have a Telegram channel for the coin. I also have a Facebook group chat. Anybody that's interested in joining the community and helping push the breed out to this, new space and
add me.
Bring awareness to the breed and the coin, I'll add you. Just message me and I'll add you to the group chat.
Bro, I want to be a part of it. I want to be a part of it because you never know. You never know. I don't care. DeVille, jump in this shit. Jump in it because you never know. You put $100, $200, $500, $1,000 into this coin, and the next 5-6 years, you wake up and you 100 trillionaire. You know what I'm saying? That's how it be. That's how it goes. And that's when you that's when you don't take out all of the money, but you cash out. You ain't got to work. This is generational wealth. All of us, listen, you going to your job every day is a gamble because you can get hurt on your job. You can get a disease called rigor mortis by your job. That's a fact. So why not take a risk into something that is trending? We all know because DeVille, you speak bad and it might be a rug pull, but it might not be. You know what I'm saying? It might not be. You might be on the good end of this shit this time. You might not be on the losing end. Go ahead and holla at Robert Lee, man, and get that knowledge, man. You might get a big win this time. That's what I ain't. Listen, I don't invest into nothing. Listen, I watch it. I look because I want to be aware. I don't want to be fully stupid. You know, I don't want to be fully like unknown about ignorant. I don't want to be ignorant. It's our decisions to be ignorant. We can decide not to be ignorant and to educate ourselves into something. That doesn't mean we have to jump head first, but guess what? I'm jumping head first in a Beastro coin, though, dog.
My brother, let's go. Hey, and guess what? Here's the big thing about these coins. When other people are looking at the coins and speculating on what might happen to them, they look for strong communities. Guys, we are a strong fucking community. We drive from far places away to get together and push the dogs. You know what I'm saying? This is no different. This is not about Beastro. I don't even got puppies for sale. Like, this ain't about me. This is about the breed. And if nothing else, even if you don't buy anything of the coin and you just want to join to push the American bully out into the masses, which clearly it has not reached critical mass, just do a go to Google Trends and compare, you know, American Bully searches to like French Bulldog or other breeds. There's
How
so
many
much
people have
more
bragged about?
copycat.
How many people bragged about the Shiba Inu coin that don't even invest, that own, that breed Shibas? Come on.
Exactly. Exactly. You know, buying a Shiba, buying a Doge or a Shiba, and don't get me wrong, that made a lot of people money. But do you have a Shiba Inu? No. You you have a chance here, even if it's just a collector's item in your wallet, and you have five pennies worth of Beastro. Man, at least you can look in your wallet. Man, look, I got the first American Bully crypto right there.
Facts. How, man, listen, man, I want to be a part of it because it's history. I don't care what nobody says. I'll be one of the first people to invest into a coin. That, how many people can say that? How many people that own a breeder dog, that shows a dog, claims they love this breed, can actually say, yo, I invested $5. I ain't investing $10 million. Like I said, my whole check, but I bet you I invest 100. And guess what? I see it going the right way. I bet you I invest the $200-300 more into. Guess what? Because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to have, but you know, you're supposed to get screwed over. But you know, when you buy in at a good price, and it's at a good price. It's not even a penny. It's not even close to a penny. Go get it.
Well, and just to like another thing too,
Boy,
the media purposely tries to scare you at the best time to buy. Back when you guys were hearing about SBF, fact check me on this. When they announced that FTX and SBF that exchange went down, that was the Max Payne scenario in the market. And they were telling everybody how, crypto and scam and everyone might lose their money. And so lots of people were selling their coins. Go back to the very date that news came out and then look at the Bitcoin chart at where the bottom was. The day that came out, that marked the beginning of the bull run. From there, Bitcoin went from 15,000 to now 70,000. And so, like the great Warren Buffett says, you want to be greedy when others are fearful, and you want to be fearful when others are greedy. And so what I'm getting at here is, when the mainstream media was telling everybody to be afraid, the big boys were accumulating their coins because they know how to play the game. See, the problem is a lot of people went out and they bought Doge when Elon Musk was on Saturday Night Live talking about Doge. I should buy. No, now you're too late. When it's in the mainstream and everybody is talking about it and how rich everybody is getting, we are near the end. Remember me saying this, because in the near future, we're in the midst of a bull run right now. In the near future, not financial advice, but crypto is most likely going to go up quite a bit. Bitcoin will probably hit, maybe 100,000 or more. A lot of the smaller coins will produce crazy gains. You're going to see and hear about them on the news, but by the time that is happening,
It's
you are
already
too
done.
late. Now you're coming in and you're buying the top. You're providing those that were early the exit liquidity to sell. I'm just putting game on you when they're so this is going to all happen again. Crypto's going to go up and then it's going to come back down. They're going to lure in retail investors, the normies like us, to provide the big dogs with the exit liquidity. And then it's going to go back down, and everyone's going to be like, man, that crypto shit is a scam. I lost all my money into it. And it's called depression. There's a market cycle. Just type in market cycle chart and look it up, and it goes up. There's euphoria, and then it comes back down. There's anger, there's depression, but it's during those times when the news is at its worst that you want to accumulate strong assets, right? And so even if you're in a recession or a depression, that's when good companies go on sale. You know what I mean? This is not financial advice. This is just common sense of how it works. And I guess it's actually not common sense. They kind of trick us. The rich people control the narrative in the news. So if they want cheaper prices, they're going to spread the fear. Everyone's going to stay away from it so the rich can accumulate what they want at lower prices. Then when they need exit liquidity, now the narrative changes to, oh, look at all the millionaires, this and that, and crypto and inflation. And, then they bring in the normal people for the exit liquidity. It never fails. But like I say, it's always a bull market. So right now, while price goes up, man, let's watch the number go up. Let's take some profits. And if and when the price does start to come back down and go sideways for a while, it's always a bull market to me. Sounds like opportunity to accumulate quality at a lower price. So when shit fires back up to the upside, I've been buying the lows the whole time. And then when you guys take profits, you take it out in chunks. So like if you buy a coin, you put in, let's say for round numbers, you put in $1,000, and then all of a sudden you see 5,000. It went up over a course of time. Take out 1,500. Take out 2,000. Now you've doubled your money. You just said a double up is a nice deal. So now you've doubled up your money.
And playing with the house's money now.
And now you're playing with the house's money. Now, if it keeps going up, then you can take a little bit more out. Oh, it went up some more. I'm going to take a little bit more out. If it goes all the way down, you doubled up. You don't have to sell. Wait until it fires back up for the next cycle. You know what I mean?
Or buy some more when it goes down.
Or buy some more. There you go. If it's quality and you buy more when it goes down, let's say you buy something at the share price is 100. You go and you buy it and it drops all the way down to $50. Your value just decreased. Well, if you go spend the same amount on that same asset that went from 100 to 50, and then you buy at 50, now instead of your holdings price per share being at 100, now your price per unit is 75. So you don't have to go as high up in order to break even and profit again. That's called dollar cost averaging. That's why like when it's bad and nobody's talking about investing, and guys, let's be real, shit's getting a little crazy. The economy in recent years has been good, and who knows, we might be headed for a recession if we're not already in one. Some of you might say, man, we're already in one. What the fuck are you talking about? Well, when prices on assets that have been in a bubble start to come down, then they'll call it a recession. We already out here watching the purchasing price of our dollar kind of like erode away. And, but meanwhile, assets are still high. And when the assets are lower, then they'll go ahead and call it a recession. But that means assets are on sale. And it's a chance to accumulate during that low time. So that way, when the inevitable occurs and the markets fire back up because it's an ebb and a flow, then you're in position to really maximize your gains, you know. A whole nother topic, but I just want to put that out there because I know a lot of people have uh experienced max pain and become disenchanted with investing. But like Aldwin said, you, you're potentially 1-2 good plays away from changing everything, not just your life, the life of your whole bloodline if you play your cards right, literally. And so when you lose, you know what I call that? I call that shit tuition.
Hey, you know what's crazy? Some of us can get rich on a month's worth of what it costs us to buy Dutches.
Facts.
That's
That's the thing.
crazy, ain't it?
A lot of people out here spending all sorts of money, little bits and bits and bits, consistently on stupid shit that doesn't even serve them. You know what I mean? Dutches, are you talking about like blunts?
Yeah.
Right, exactly. You drop a
Man,
bag
you've
on
been
them.
out of the game for a minute, man. God damn, man.
You,
You just make you just yeah.
well,
God damn,
I was
Robert,
just
man.
confirming it
Damn,
wasn't
man.
another,
You know
another
that's
slang.
like Superman farting in front of you, man, and it really
Yeah.
stinks, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on,
Well,
brother.
I just wanted to confirm, but
Yeah,
between the club and bottle service and
yeah.
Netflix and Starbucks, like, bro, thousands a year. Imagine if those thousands were being, invested into your success and your future. And the best investment you can make is in yourself and your personal development. The better version of you is going to be better at everything that you step into.
Right. Hey, man, I'd like to thank you so much, man, for jumping on, man. Hey, man, I've been
Thank you
trying to
for
get
having
this.
me, brother.
Man, patience, man. It's been patience, man. You just hit me up. It was like, you know what, man? I'm ready, man. I was like, yo, what? This is what I'm talking about. Let's do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I was excited, man, to have somebody I look up to as a mentor. Um, not saying individual mentor, but like you mentored me, just as I could say, as probably like all of us on here that are on here to see you. You mentored us from a distance, like those shows that we used to watch when we were young. What will he doing? Like the we learn little life lessons from certain shows, and we don't know them people, but just us watching them from a distance, we learn, and I guess you're just one of those shows that we learned from a distance, man. And the good thing that that show is here, because you're actually not just teaching us how to spend money on dogs, you're actually teaching us how to, send to get us at greater heights, not just financially, but mentally as well with your coaching. But I like to thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you, man. It's almost it's like 10:30 over here, man. You over there sitting, the sun's probably still up over there. You
Now
know what
the
I'm saying?
sun's about to go down in
About to go down. Listen,
my
about
phone's
to go
about to
down.
die.
About to go down. So I can't even see 5 feet in front of me if I walk outside that country ass spot I'm in right now. So can you tell everybody how to get in touch with you, man, and how to get in touch with this group for the coin?
Yeah, just hit me on the DM, at Robert Lee, and I'll be checking them frequently. And I realized that there's a spam filter, and so I learned I need to check the others folder too. So yeah, just hit me on the DM, and I'll get back to you guys.
All right, brother, man. You be easy, man. You stay blessed.
Hey, thank you. You do the
I
same.
hit you. I hit you up on the back end.
All right, thanks for
All
having
right, fam.
me.
Yep. Hey, man. Yo, we was rudely interrupted, man. I'm sorry, man. It was just too much, man. Like yo, yeah. I love my viewers, man. Sucker Free is my dude, man. So you know, when brothers don't get along, you know, they might say one thing, and you know, but it's all good, man. They brothers at the end of the day. That's just how I don't hold no ill will towards nobody. I don't hold no that, like, when I say something, it's for that moment. I'm not carrying. I've learned not to carry that shit with me, you know, to be free of that. You know what I'm saying? Not to let that moment sour my mouth with somebody that end up being my brothers in arms. You understand what I'm saying? Hold up. So I love all y'all, man. Y'all share this, man. Y'all share this, man. Please, man. I don't ask nobody for no money. I don't ask nobody to donate anything, man, unless you like to, man. But, you know, I do this because I love these dogs. I love this breed. I want people to, no, man, we got a fight. I'm coming to town. Facts. But y'all know what time it is right now.
Tell a lie on me. I won't tell the truth about you. Don't tell a lie on me. I won't tell the truth about you. 30 minutes later, my future favors the legendary status of a hip-hop rhyme savior. Travel around the atlas in a spaceship, candy coated. My day shift been devoted to fucking up bundles of paper. Pi equals 314. The devil's pie is big enough to just divide the whole thing. Wait up. Lamping in Jamaica, the clouds turning, my thoughts turning, burning cash to oil. I've been determined to make and earn this seed in the soil. It's classified. I'm satisfied when I strategize my kids' future. I ain't sanctified enough to say that I won't shoot ya. I done vandalized the industry for a circuit. The earthiest / thirstiest nigga you know versus this scum of a land that transcend two surfaces. The richer the poor, the bigger the picture, the more blood pours. But don't tell a lie on me. I won't tell the truth about you. Don't tell a lie on me. I won't tell the truth about you. My fans can't wait for me to sun your punk ass and crush your whole little shit. I'll big pun your punk ass, you a scared little bitch. Tiptoeing around my name, nigga, you lame. And when I get at you, homie, don't you tell me you was just playing. Oh, I was just playing, K-Dot. Come on, you know a nigga rock with you, bro. Shut the fuck up, you sound like the last nigga I know. Might end up like the last nigga I know. Oh, you don't wanna clash, nigga, I know. I put my foot on the gas, head on the floor, hopping out before the vehicle crash. I'm on the road, yelling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am the greatest rapper alive. So damn great, motherfucker, I've died. What you hearing now is a paranormal vibe. House on the hill, house on the beach, nigga.
Facts.
Condo in Compton, I'm still in reach, nigga. I'm fresh out the water, I'm about to breach, nigga. The
Facts.
Died, woke up out of his sleep, nigga. Oh yeah, more cars, more leers, more bars, no peers, no scars, no fear. Fuck y'all sincere, I heard the whispers, I curved the whispers. You know what the risk is. Earth in ditches, your body reverting to stiffness. The whole world going mad, bodies is adding up. Markets about to crash, niggas is fake rich, bitches is fake bad. Blacks that act white, whites that do the dab. Donald Trump is a chump, know how we feel, punk. Tell them that God coming. Now Russia need a replay button, y'all up to something. Electoral votes look like memorial votes. But America's truth ain't ignoring the votes. It's blasphemy, how many go blast for me? I prophesied on my last song, you laughed at me. But when the shit get bracket, don't you ask for me. How many leaders go tell you the truth after me? G Malone, big bro, kudos to him. I was too old from an M, trying to be
Shout out to you, man.
Legendary status of a hip-hop rhyme savior. Salmon and capers, fame and lawsuits. You looking at me in chucks, I'm looking at y'all suits. Top dog playing rock, paper, scissors in court. A real hustler lose money just to go get some more. I said it's like that. Drop one classic, came right back. Another classic, right back. My next album, the whole industry on the ice pack. With TOC, you see the flames in my EYEs. It's not a game, and the whole world is going mad, daddy. You're sad, daddy. My only advice, go and get you a bag, daddy. Libaka, on trial, trying to portray a boxer. Beating up on my niggas while the COs watch them. Tables turn, lesson learned, my best look. You jump sides on me, now you about to meet Westbrook. Go celebrate with your team and let victory vouch you. Just know the next game played, I might slap the shit out you. Technical foul, I'm flagrant, I'm foul. They throwing me out, you throwing the towel. Look at the crowd, they, nah, I don't like that. Look at my smile, I'm smirking, calm but urgent. That ain't the style, fuck. So many verses, you live in denial, fuck. So many verses, I never run out. What?
You're making them nervous, the music is loud.
Oh, Jay-Z, Hall of Fame, sit your punk ass down. So that means you ain't bigger than rapping. So that means no more playing the back scenes. My spot is solidified if you ask me. My name is identified as that king. I let y'all worry about the list, I'm on some other shit. A difference between accomplishments and astonishments. You know what time it is, Annie up, this is him forever. Y'all got till April the 7th to get your shit together. Let's get it. Let left. On phone now.